All right, guys, looks like we can get started. There's about a minute before this is underway, so just in time. I was a little afraid there. I logged in, didn't have the thing, but Blaine gave me the great idea to restart my game, and voila, here we are. Perfect. If you didn't have a chance to read the information in the comments for this video, I'm going to do a little mini game inside of here. Evony gave me the rights to give away some small packages. They're not huge packages or anything, but they are free things. Did I scare you? Okay. The packages, I think, are, if I recall correctly, they're 200 gems, 1 hour speed up, and 5 material chests. So it's not a whole lot, obviously, but free stuff is free stuff. So what we're going to do is I put a list of rules on the comments or the description for this video, and basically what it is, whenever somebody gets zeroed, I'm going to type "the roof is on fire" into chat, and the first 15 people in chat to put in their game IDs will get submitted to Evony for the packages, which aren't great packages, but it's free stuff, so might as well, right? So get your game IDs ready so that you can submit those whenever that happens. You can only get one each time, so there is a maximum. So if you've already won once, then that's it. And it only happens when somebody gets zeroed, so when there's a fire on a keep, when they get completely zeroed. Alright, sounds fun. Let's see what's happening here. We have some portal taking going on right now, but mostly the hives are just setting up. So they're all over here, over by the Knight's Hall. If you were with me last game, it's a lot of the same players, and somebody in Lion's team, I think, took the Knight's Hall. And I talked to a bunch of people on the Eagles team, and they were not too happy about that because it gets really annoying. And not only did I get stuck with all those lines because I was dumb enough not to turn off my undead marches before I came in, but it also creates a whole bunch of lag for the players. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but they're sitting right next to the Knight's Hall now, so my guess is it will. I do have the lines turned off this time, though, so we're not going to have that trouble, hopefully. You can see Lion's team is actually setting up right here as well. So we've got Lion's team and Eagle team. They're facing off right together. There's no gap at all. They're not afraid of each other. They know what they're here for. They're here to duke it out. Okay. Game ID, Blaine, if you don't know how to get your game ID, you just go into, I can't do it here, but you go into like settings, and at the top it should show you your game ID. You can also do this. So you can also go to details, and right here it tells you the game ID for your account. All right, already there's some rallies happening. Let's see how we started off already. Pretty even. Obviously it's gonna be that way. There's gonna be a lot of lost attacks at the beginning. That's just how it goes, but people are gonna start to get zeroed pretty quickly. We do have a lot of huge players in here. So we have got the top, 30 or so. There's a lot of big players in this group again. A lot of big players did get eliminated in the first round. It is hard to get a lot of points. People don't want to hit you when you're too big. So you got to really use your muscle to do a lot of attacks, but it's hard to get points doing attacks as well. Here we have a rally going on, and it seems they launched at JT. These are going to be really, really fast launches at the beginning. You can see the back and forth. They've already attacked Kiss over here on the Lion team as well. It's going to be very, very quick. Everyone wants to get into these rallies, especially the beginning ones, because that's where you get most of your points before the people that know they're going to get moved on start to just not worry too much about healing and so on. Let's see our score so far. It's in favor of Eagle team by just about 1,000. Not a huge gap yet, obviously, but we do have some people climbing up on the leaderboards already. We have 2 Lions members that are already above 1,000, and we have 1 Eagle. And remember, just as a quick recap, this is all about your personal score. So if your team loses, you can still make it forward to the next round if your personal score is high enough. But if your team does win, more people on your side will have the opportunity to advance. Let's take a quick look at the map. Most of the buildings are taken by the Eagle team. Buildings aren't crucial for the game, but there are a couple that give you some bonuses. For example, if you look at the information for Blessings Tower, increase attack by 20% and defense by 20%. So that's for everybody on your team. And red team allowing that to happen just means that everybody in Eagle team is now receiving that 20% buff to all of their troops. So you don't want to necessarily let them take those, but portals and the crystal mines, they're not super crucial for what's going on here. Nobody's really moving around. They're just attacking back and forth. We're only about 5 minutes in. I know it says 10 minutes, but there's a 5-minute delay here. So 5 minutes in, and we are already at 5,500 to 4,600. It's a little bit slower than the last match, though. Usually there was a lot more action. I think we have some really strong players here, and they're working on their coordination. They're deciding who they're going to attack, and they need to choose their targets carefully. Lion team in the preliminaries was a little bit too aggressive at the beginning, and they lost a lot of troops early before they made an impact, and Eagle team was able to take advantage of that. Yeah, hopefully nobody does get the Knight's Hall. Nobody's done it yet. Alright, there's an attack over here on Bucko. Hopefully we can get some reports. There's some scouts out. I don't see any defense in here yet, but let's take a look at what's under the hood on some of these players. So Nata here, 126 million troops, pretty decent sized layers, and a lot of upper tier troops. That'll be a hard one to crack. Let's take a look at the buffs down here to see what the players at this level have. Debuffs don't seem to be that strong actually for this player. It's a little surprising, and the buffs they're all right. That might actually end up being a target. Okay, Roller Pig. You can see an attack just went out on Roller Pig. There were some reinforcements there as well. I don't know if they've made it in time, and they are recalling their troops now. We'll check the points in a second. JT over here is the one that was leading that rally. We have some more coordination here. We have Blizz that's about to get attacked, and the attack is coming through right now. Let's check the score. The only thing we can do right now is monitor the score. They're a little too busy to share reports. There's a lot going on. Don't worry, you got some time before the first zeros happen. Nobody's zeroed yet. Although a lot of players that have advanced are in the lower billions. I know that's a funny thing to say, but lower billions, it's easier, I think, personally, to progress to the next round if you are in the middle range. If you're somewhere between 2 to 5 billion, simply because you're a target. So you are the ones that are going to get attacked. And if you get attacked, you're going to score a lot of points. You can heal, and you just need to make enough to make it to the next round. And the people that are 10 billion, 9 billion, they are unquestionably stronger, and because of that, they don't get attacked, and they have a harder time earning points. All right, let's see what the score is at now. We are at 11,000 to 10,000, basically. Still about a 1,000 point lead for Eagle team. But there have been attacks going out in both directions. Quick look at the map. So Lion Team has allowed them to take both of the Blessing Towers. That's a significant increase. I'm not sure that that's a great idea. You should at least have somebody there possibly to make sure it doesn't get capped, but it has been capped. So there's a 40% increase to attack and defense for all of Eagle team. It's going to make it harder for the Lion team to do the damage that they need to do. All right, here's some rallies going out. Chiyomaru is getting attacked. Reinforcements are coming in, but they might be too slow. The attack has already happened. I think only one person was able to send reinforcements to Chiyomaru. But Chiyomaru is fairly strong, so probably was able to withhold that attack fairly well. There's a rally going out right here. Lion team is sending an attack over to, looks like Shaya. And the score is actually even now. They've made up for that loss that they had earlier of 1,000 points, which wasn't a huge lead, but now the lead has been closed. A lot of scouts going out, some plotting behind the scenes. What are they thinking over here? We have a couple coordinates. Seems like there's an attack possibly going out against Trail Dog. It's already filled. All these extra troops are getting sent back. The attack is happening, and the reinforcements again are coming in too slow. They need to respond to that faster. It could be that there's a little bit of lag. It's hard to have all these attacks going on and to respond quickly. It's not easy at all, especially with the number of alliance war that's happening. It's very hard to navigate, and people need to be communicating here so that you can send reinforcements quickly. It doesn't seem to be quite as strong communication as last time in the preliminaries. Some of the key coordinators seem to be in other groups right now, but regardless, there are very strong players in here. The score is currently at 17,000 to 16,000. Here's an attack coming out. Oh, maybe not. Was that a reinforcement? It looks like there is a rally happening over here on Jon Snow. Jon Snow decided to port into the back of Lion Team. And Kiss tried to send a solo attack just to get some points, I guess. Is this reinforcements that are being returned? I'm not really sure what's happening here. Looks like they might have had a rally going out and they canceled it. What you'll see a lot sometimes, which can get really confusing, there are lines everywhere. And that's because it's really important to try to hit a target that isn't too heavily reinforced so that you can do as much damage as possible. And so the way to combat that is to make multiple rallies that look real, and then only one or two get sent out, or maybe multiple on a single target. And that way they don't know who to reinforce, so you don't get the full reinforcements on the target of choice. Here's an attack going out. Easy is setting up a rally, and it is getting sent over here against KG Casey. A lot of reinforcements you can see just went into KG Casey. I think half of them made it. Let's see what the score is sitting at. It's at 20,000 to 18.5. Meanwhile, there was an attack over here on Buckeye again, or Bucko. And Bucko is currently sitting at 4.9 billion still. Lots of power left. Getting quiet over here on the Eagle team. They must be planning something. Oh, here we go. Here's an alliance war being sent out on Matua Contour. It's filling pretty slowly for this pace of the game right now, but it's finally filled and the attack is going out. Yes, it's a little slow. Look at all the reinforcements coming in, and most of those reinforcements did make it in time because it did take several seconds to fill that rally. Eagle Team needs to be a little bit faster so that they don't have to deal with all those reinforcements. Love Letter's taking in a bunch of troops right now. There must be an attack going out from Love Letter. A lot of those were returned. It's possibly a cancelled rally here. Is this a scout going out? Yep, looks like a scout. They're looking for some other targets. We have Scarlet over here at 5.2 billion that is getting scouted. We'll see what their choice of target is over here. And let's take a quick look at the scout of Pentangle who was in the last stream. I saw him in the preliminaries as well. I don't think he's been attacked yet, so he might have joined a few rallies, but he still has 146 million troops left. It's pretty significant. Alright, an attack just went out against Bio Ngo, who's still at 5.3 billion, so not too much damage there. And the score is 2,000 points in favor of Eagle Team right now. No, BlueStacks is not very hard to set up. It's a free download. You just have to re-download the apps and everything and connect it. It's not that difficult to set up. Easy is taking in a lot of troops right now. They are filling this much faster than that one before. Look at all the troops returning. And the attack is going out against Roller Pig. And the attack already happened for sure. So these reinforcements that are coming in are a little bit too slow. Hopefully that did some good damage there against Roller Pig. 24,500, yes, so it did work out in the favor, I think, of Eagle Team right there. There is a quick attack. Nope, that is Kiss. Kiss is over here on the line team, sitting at the very back of Eagle Team. I don't know if he's expecting to get attacked. That's not too likely. With a... Oh, he's only 4.5 billion. Only 4.5 billion. So he is a possible target there, but that graphic is a little... well, suggestive of his possible power. So they are probably taking that in consideration. He might have some really strong buffs and debuffs there, and you never know how quickly the reinforcements could come in. Looks like Kranz is getting scouted over here. An attack is happening on the part of Bucko. Who are they attacking? It looks like they might be attacking Kiss. And so a couple of reinforcements did make it in. They were sped in, but let's see if he was about 5 billion. Let's see what kind of damage was done to Kiss. Sometimes that's what you have to do. If you're a higher level, oh, he lost about 2 billion power. That would have been a good attack. I wish they would share that report, please. Please share it. So that was a lot of power loss on Kiss. But sometimes when you're a big player, that's what you need to do. Sometimes you need to get to the back so that you can score those personal points, because as odd as this is to say, this isn't really a team game. Although they're playing as a team, they rely on each other. It's all about your personal points. An attack went out on Nata, who is down to 4.6 billion. I don't think that was too strong of an attack, but that hit on Kiss did put them a little bit ahead. And I think Lion Team probably made a little bit of ground back from the defense on Nata. KG Casey setting up an attack. I don't know who the target is yet. Let's see. The target is probably Miss Phoenix over here. Some reinforcements are coming in. Nope, it's actually on Shady. There was a 3,000 lead, and now it's about the same. It hasn't changed too much. It's a pretty neutral attack. Kiss has moved away. I guess he or she has gotten the points that they need for this point in time. And let's take a look at some of the player scores right now. So Bucko is over here at 3.5 already. KG Casey's doing pretty good. A lot of rallies were set up by KJ. Why did I say KG? KJ Casey. Roller Pig's doing pretty well as well. A lot of Lion Team are actually with a pretty high personal score right now. But overall, Eagle Team does have the general lead. And if I'm thinking that at the way that it's going, the personal game is probably going to run them into some trouble. They're going to run low on troops or healing speed ups, and eventually it'll get much easier for Eagle Team to be scoring those points. We'll see what happens. We'll see if my prediction is correct. There have been no fires yet. Nobody has been zeroed. We are 25 minutes in. I'm not sure what the smallest keep is. It's probably 2 billion, 3 billion, somewhere around there. Most of the players, I think the average is probably 5 or 6 billion. Yes, some people noticed that they all seem to have one culture, and that's true because Japanese culture does have the attacking sub, and these players are heavy attackers. There are a couple Russian keeps who are going to be slightly stronger with defensive buffs, but generally a lot of these players will go for Japan just for the attacking buffs. Alright, something's happening over here. Easy is setting up a rally, and let's see who the target is. The target is AOTLH, who was actually zeroed in the last battlefield, but AOTLH was able to score a lot of points in the process. Oh, almost down, 952 million. Not too much left. We'll have to see if AOTLH decides to heal, because I don't know how many points that player has right now, but it doesn't seem to be enough. 1,000 points? No, that is not going to do it. So if this player is not healing, they will definitely not proceed to the next round. The Miser score, what is the Miser score? The Miser score right now is sitting at 0, but I also have not lost any troops yet. It's very likely that the Eagle Team will probably try to finish off AOTLH. The only thing that could possibly be left in here, if there are no... oh, yeah, I expected some healing. Kind of needed to happen, but it's not significant healing, so he's still a pretty good target, even if reinforcements are in there, in comparison to a lot of the other possible targets. Jim Sack right now is setting up a rally, and the target is, drumroll, the target is Carfel. A lot of the reinforcements were slower getting in, so we'll see what happened here with the score. We're at 33,000 to 29,000. Does look like the Lion Team was able to make some ground back on the attack on Carfel. An attack going out from Easy, or was it cancelled? Oh, here it is on Budman. Budman's down to 3.1 billion. And meanwhile, at the same time, and one of probably the reason that Budman didn't receive too many reinforcements, there was a simultaneous attack over here on Trentos. $35,000 to $31,000. Eagle did score more points than Lion on that exchange. There don't seem to be too many people popping into the other side. as Kiss was doing before. It's a little too early to focus entirely on personal points, but I'm pretty sure it will start to happen soon. People will want to get hit so they can get those points. A rally goes out on Mighty Bad. Doesn't look like any reinforcements went in. I don't know what's going on with Lion Team. They must be setting something up themselves, because that would have hurt. Mighty Bad is down to 3.8 billion. An attack is going out. KG is setting up another attack. And they are targeting, was it Mikey? Yes, it was Mikey. That was a fast speed up. That thing just zipped across my screen. Mikey's down to 3.7 billion. Some later reinforcements are coming in. It might be because another attack is being set up against Mikey, or it could be just preparations for that kind of a situation. Take a quick look at the map. Eagle Team still is in control of the large majority of all of the buildings, which again aren't all that essential except for the few that are relevant to attacking, like the Blessing Towers. 30 minutes in, another attack goes out on OG. Down to 3.5 billion, and the score is sitting at 40. Ooh, that was a progressive attack. It seems like there's about a 5,000 lead now. KJ Casey. An attack is being sent out on... Who was that? Oh, Bio. Bio's hit for the second time. But I think he was at 5.7 billion before. He only went down 500 million score. So he's probably still in pretty good shape. You would think so, with over 5 billion power still. Think he can take a beating. Some of the other players here, they are present, but I don't see a lot of lines coming out of them. Even in the preliminaries, a few of the names that are popping out here, they kind of showed up at the end and then they got high scores. So I wonder if that's going to happen again. There, now we have some... Oh, I was thinking they were going to be defenses that were being shared, but it doesn't look like it. All we get to see today are scouts, it seems. You can't blame them, though. They have a lot to be dealing with right now. There's a lot of coordination happening. They need to be on point so that they can score those points. On point to score those points. I suppose that works. A little repetition. It's getting very quiet. Oh, there we go. Easy. Who are you attacking, Easy? Al. Al1 is being attacked. It's at 4.7 billion. Let's see if we can watch the change happen here. And I must have caught it just on the tail end. Oh, nope. He went down about 900 million points. So 900 million points on that rally, that's going to hurt. Yeah, look at the score. It is shifting again in favor of Eagle Team once more. AOTLH. I'm surprised that this player has not been zeroed yet. Is there any more healing that happened? Still at 1.7 billion. They might be waiting for a chance for some of the reinforcements to come out and then just do a surprise fast rally to finish him off. Or it could be that they didn't realize that he's done some healing yet. Oh, there's an alliance war happening. Did they attack? Nope, it was a fake. And Holly over here was just attacked. A couple of reinforcements did get in. Still at 4.7 billion. Thank you for that. I will switch this port. Okay. Should be good now. Sometimes my USBs overload, so I just gotta switch ports there. But it should be all set now. Let's see, what else? getting quiet again. Something is happening. A few reports are coming out. Let's see what's under the scout here for Chiromaru. 652 million troops. Man, I wish I had that. That's a lot of troops. And here is the rally on a new player. Bad to the Bone. Bad to the Bone was not yet attacked. Probably because of that power there. Over 6 billion power, down to 5.7 billion right now. No fires. We are 35 minutes in. Nobody has been zeroed yet. One player very close, but that's about all. That does not mean to say that a lot has not happened. We're at 47,000 to 40,000. I think it's a bit higher of a score than we saw in the preliminaries. This is Group B. I'm pretty sure it's Group B, not Group A. Or it is Group A, you're right. I'm the one getting confused. It's my stream and I don't even know what I'm streaming. I'm pretty sure that it is, I think you're right, it is Group A. It was, a lot of these players were Group B last time in the preliminaries, and that must be why I'm getting confused. Something's happening over here. AOTLH, they're trying to find the rally to get it, get him finished off, but I'm thinking that a lot of reinforcements just went in, so they may choose to switch targets. We'll see if they follow through here. Yep, they're recalling the troops. The rally did not happen. It was cancelled. Something is happening now. There is a rally. There's multiple rallies going out. An attack is coming from KJ Casey, and another one is happening. Okay, first Bucko was hit again for, I think, like the 4th time. That guy is fortunate to be targeted so much. He's going to score a lot of points. And the Eagle team's attack did not seem to be sent out. They're either holding on to it or it was a fake and they just decided to reinforce Bucko. I'm not sure what happened here, but there is still a substantial lead for Eagle team right now. Yeah, so I'll go through the point list pretty soon. It is starting to get slow, so it might be a good time while these players are doing their plotting. Still don't have any battle reports yet shared that we can examine, but I'm sure that a few will pop up at some point when they don't need to communicate quite as much. Okay, let's take a look at the score list. Some players are in the upper thousands already. We have Bucko, who's been hit maybe 3-4 times now, sitting at 5,600. That's a good score and a good place to be at to proceed to the finals. Bio's over here at 3.8 thousand, and then we have a few Lion team that are in the 3,000s as well. So it does look like the favor is shifting in terms of Eagle. It used to be one person that was Eagle and then a bunch of Lion, and now it's shifting around and Lion team is falling into the cracks here. I'll go down slowly so that you can spot any scores of players that you might be cheering for. Seems like a rally is going out. I guess we'll see the point exchange here to find out who won on this. I'll just leave it here and we'll see if we can spot that change. It might not refresh if I'm here. So there we go. That was pretty even. Another rally happening right now from I'm JT. And And it looks like it was possibly cancelled. Nope, here it is, Roller Pig. Roller Pig for like the third or fourth time as well. They are definitely targeting Roller Pig and AOTLH. We are going to see some fires real soon. Al1 is sending out an attack. And it is being launched at BO once more. BO's, yeah, I mean, they didn't do a whole lot to BO. Or else he's been healing, because he's been fluctuating in the middle 5 billions right now, and nothing much has changed. If you're coming in a little late, we do have a little mini game going on. As soon as someone gets zeroed, I'm going to type "the roof is on fire" into chat. The first 15 people to put their game IDs in game will have their IDs sent over to Evony for a small streamer package that will be sent to them by mail. It's not a huge package, but it's free stuff, so that's always good. Roller Pig was attacked again, down to 2 billion. Wait, wasn't he just under 1 billion? That must mean he healed about 1 billion and dropped a few points. So he does want to get some points. I don't think he was very high before, but now he's over 5,000. That was a good choice to heal those troops and score a few more points. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Femto. Usually what I do is I restart my computer before, so all my USBs are functioning properly, but I didn't really have time before this stream. So I just got to deal with it as it is for now. It only takes a second. So I'm JT, has an attack going out. At least it's not my microphone going out. Nobody needs to see my face anyway. Looks like that rally did happen. It was so fast I didn't see it. It went over here on Vancouver. And Vancouver, who was sitting at about 6 billion something, is now at 5.4. So still pretty good. KJKC looked like he had an attack going out, and here it is. It's over here on C Moon. C Moon actually lost quite a bit, down to 2.9 billion. That was probably a nice attack on the part of Line Team. If only we could see these reports. Somebody share. Somebody in my Alliance chat says that Kranz healed 1 billion. Yeah, it looks like he did. A lot of scouts going out. Line Team seems to be choosing some targets. You'll probably see them set up a few fake rallies as we get into this later part of the match, just so that they can spread out those reinforcements and not take quite as much damage. Easy looks like an attack is coming out again. Some of the people didn't make it in, and the attack is over here on Toby. Doesn't look like any reinforcements, possibly one, were able to make it into Toby. That might be a clean hit. Toby's down to 1.6 billion. Oh yeah, see? That's what happened. We didn't get to see everything behind the scenes, but it looks like there was a fake over here on AOTLH. Everybody sent the reinforcements in there, expecting him to be targeted because he is a juicy target. Meanwhile, the real attack went out on Toby, and Toby took a huge loss. The score is currently sitting at 56,000 to about 50,000. It's about a 7,000 lead right now. Some very slow marches coming into KJ. I don't know if that's a real rally. And here we go. Here's a real rally. That's getting filled really quickly. And the attack is going out on Stonewall Jacks. A lot of reinforcements went into JT, or that might be a rally of their own. It was very slow to get into there, but the attack is over here on Chiramaru. Chiramaru only had about 1,000 points. Let's check out some of the scores so that we can see where people are sitting at. Currently still a 7,000 lead across the two teams. Let me scroll down. Just intuition. I can be completely wrong on whether it's a fake or a real. In lower ranks of Battlefield, you can usually tell which ones are fake just by the count. So there might be fewer troops that are joined into the rally. But at this level, everybody has full rally capabilities, and it all looks the same. So you can really only tell based off of intuition or strategy, and you can be completely wrong. One other small subtle clue maybe is just the speed at which players join a rally. Like if they are speeding up and just trying to get into a rally really, really quickly, it's a higher probability that that's real. People aren't going to generally speed up like crazy to join a fake. But you'd really have to be a spectator. You'd have to be watching the keeps to notice those subtle differences. Most players don't have the time to actually watch that happen and see whether it's fake or real. No zeros yet. We are almost 1 hour into this match. We have a couple players, another one down here, Toby, that is down to 1.7 billion as well. A lot of reinforcements are coming into Toby. I don't know if they're reinforcements or if it's an attack. And it looks like it was a fake that they had on Toby. Everybody reinforced there, and very few were able to reinforce Teddy. A double attack on Teddy. You can see there are already marches going in, and it looks like somebody was just sending in an individual attack to try to clean up the mess. Teddy's still at 2.4 billion though. There's still plenty of room to score points, especially if he does a little bit of healing. Looks like KJ is setting up another attack. There's a lot of lines going in. It's possibly a double rally, maybe even on the same target. Let's see what happens. Love letter, an attack going in. A scout coming in as well. They're checking to see what kind of damage happened. Love letter still at 5.3 billion. It's really hard to choose a good target to attack because everybody in here is defensible. BO has a bunch of troops going in. They're not speeding in. So like I said before, that might be an indication that it's a fake rally, or they might just be prepping him for reinforcements. But I'm guessing that that's possibly a fake rally, or it's his own troops returning. Can't really tell so easily. Few of these bigger keeps have been very quiet. They might be biding their time, or they might just be running low from all of the attacks that they've been joining. take a quick look at the map. It does look like each team is sharing one of these towers right now. So Eagle team has this one, and Lion team decided that it would be a good idea to take the Blessing Tower away from Eagle team so they don't have the double advantage. But it does seem that the Eagle team does want that tower back, and they're going to send a march over there to try to take it back. At the very least, if they can kick Lion team out of there, then they'll still have a 20% attack and defense advantage over Lion team. Attack is coming right now. Al1 is setting something up. We'll see who the target is shortly. Nope, it's cancelled. Or maybe they were reinforcements. Not sure. Looks more like it was a cancelled rally. Same thing over here. That might have been the target. And people are just recalling their troops after the rally was cancelled. Looks like Eagle team did decide to take that tower back. And that means a general 20% loss of buff for Lion team. Lion team did send out an attack. The attack went over here to, who is that? Maximo's down to 1.7 billion, getting pretty close. What's going to be funny is you guys have, I think, maybe a 10 or 15 second delay. So when I see a zeroed keep and I type in "the roof is on fire" for you guys to respond with your game ID, you won't even know who the zeroed target is until like 10 seconds later. So that'll be an interesting thing to watch. Kiss was just attacked here. Kiss is down to 2.8 billion. Kiss did earlier in the game port over to this corner and take a rally which dropped him, I think, 2 billion. And he is down again after healing, down to 2.7 billion. Let's take a look at scores overall. 64,000 to 57,000, still about where we were at. Roughly a 7,000 point lead in terms of Eagle team. Some scores are above 5,000, and there's a pretty big spread. So anywhere from 6,000 all the way down to some players down here are even below 1,000 still. Maybe they fell asleep. I'm not really sure. You don't think anyone is going to get zeroed? There's going to be a few zeros. It's going to happen. We still have 1 hour and 10 minutes left for some people to get zeroed. I am sure that some people will get zeroed. And technically, somebody could get zeroed and then heal again, and that would still count. As long as we see a fire, that counts as being zeroed. Flippy over here, I see a red mark headed over. It looks like he's trying to take some kind of a building. Not really sure. I didn't really mention this, but another great building that would be beneficial to have would be the hospital. Simply because the hospital will increase the healing speed by 60%. So if you consider the amount of troops that these players are going through in these rallies and how many healing speed ups they are using to heal their troops back, having a 60% increase in speed is going to reduce the load of their need for healing speed ups. A rally went out on Alda. Alda is at 4 billion now, so it wasn't too bad. A scout going over here on Matua Contour. Haven't seen any action from Lion Team in a while. KJKC setting up an attack. The attack is going out on Lord Drago. Not even 1 hour into the match yet, and the scores are already both over 60,000 points. Oh, don't worry, Hope Shady. It's going to start to snowball pretty quickly. People at this point are just trying to get as many points as they can, and it won't take long before some of the other players are desperate to get points, and they just get themselves into positions to get themselves zeroed on purpose. It will happen. These players are pretty massive, though, so it does take time to whittle their troops away. Who was just attacked here? It's looking like... I can't read that name. Would you move, dragon? I can't read. Istian. 1.7 billion. There's a lot of players right now. Maybe 5 or so that are under 1.7 billion points. I think I saw a couple here. Lion Team has AOTLH. There's Toby. And I want to say that there's one more. And there's possibly 2 or 3 on Eagle Team as well. Those ones are all in range of being zeroed. Are you asking what the rewards are for this battlefield? You'd have to check in the details, but there's a couple perks to winning at the end in the finals. I think you get some nice castle graphics, like take a look at some of the really cool castles that you see around. Most of those are from All-Stars. There's also the one dragon that you can get. You get a dragon egg, and that's only something that you can get in All-Stars. And, I mean, plus, you get the ability to say, hey, I made it to the finals in All-Stars. Which is possibly the most important thing. Alright. It's getting very quiet over here. These players are needing to be really cautious with their troops now. There are several players that are probably safe as long as their team wins. These ones are probably in pretty good shape, but anything could happen. It could turn around. It's only a 7,000 point lead. Things can change very, very quickly as players start to get lower on troops. There's not a lot of action happening like right now. A couple scouts here and there. Some people sending some reinforcements around. This, I think, is the calm before the storm. People are trying to make some decisions on how to get as much points as possible. They're considering all the possible targets and setting up fakes and what we're going to do and what troops to use to exploit those vulnerabilities. We can see a bunch of scouts here. We can take a look at some of the possible targets. We have Kiss over here. It looks like they have made a decision who they're attacking. It also looks like Evony is lagging out for me as this is happening. There we go. So Kiss, for example, has, if you look at the troops, a lot of cavalry, which will be easy enough to kill with some ranged rallies. But there's also catapults, archers. It's pretty spread afterward. If you're looking at this, you probably would send a couple different rallies, maybe an archer rally to take out the cavalry, and some other ones to round up the last of the troops. However, there are all kinds of reinforcements going in as well to counter those weaknesses. So you have to be so fast to be able to do what you need to do. Still 7,000 lead. It's been pretty even all the way across. quite a few scouts going out on a few targets here. We have Trentos, Stonewall Jacks, Pigeon Apiece. Pigeon Apiece is quite an interesting name for a war game. Let's see who Lion Team decides to actually set up their rallies on. Quite a few troops going into Bio right now. That would suggest that a rally is happening. They're not going in fast enough for it to actually be an attack. Hey, don't worry about asking questions. There are lots of people in chat that will gladly help you out, and if you do want some extra advice or you want some extra help, you can number one, check out my channel, check out some of the videos on there. I'm always making new content to add, and also there is a link to my Discord channel where a lot of people are creating community to help each other out, so you are more than welcome to grab that invite and get into the Discord channel as well. A rally just went out on Roller Pig. That must be the 5th or 6th attack on Roller Pig. And KJ Casey was setting something up over here on Jon Snow. I'm curious, Roller Pig. Ah! Look at that. I knew it was going to happen. First 15 people, put your game IDs. Boom, number 1 to go down. There's going to be more fires happening over here pretty quickly. That was only the first. If you don't know how to find your game ID, all you have to do is open up your details in game, click detail again, and it's over here at the top underneath where you would rename yourself. And that's all I need you to put into chat, and I will go through the chat log later and I'll send those over to Evony. You will get your mini package, which isn't huge, but it is free stuff. Some reinforcements went into Kranz, but it doesn't look like there actually was an attack happening over there. That's too bad. I know Kranz has really been itching to get rallied, but not a lot of people want to hit him these days. Some troops are going into Al 1, but not very quickly, so it doesn't look like an attack is happening. People are still setting things up. There's a couple scouts, possible targets, maybe Trail Dog, Flippy, Mighty Bads, Vancouver. There's a lot of possibilities here. Let's see what they decide to do. We can check out one of the targets. Mighty Bad right now is sitting at 90 million troops. Pretty solid mix, actually. Really quite big layers. So that would be a tough one to break through. Let's over here check out the buffs in general. Buffs aren't too powerful right now. Debuffs are also not that great. But sometimes what could be happening is they wait for the rally to be set up before they engage their subs, or their subs might actually be out on a personal attack. But sometimes you're trying to hide those to make it look like you are less defensible than you are. Same kind of an idea as a bait and switch. Some people, for example, in the preliminaries were trying to put things like Shajar on their wall to make it look like they weren't prepared so that they could switch out the general at the last second with something that would be a lot more defensible. The risk there is, of course, if the opponent is really fast, they can take advantage of that. And even though you thought that you were setting them up, they can hit you pretty hard before you're ready to change. And you never know with the leg going out. Right now, the amount of lag that these players must be facing with everything going on is probably quite significant. You'll notice over here the Knight's Hall has been taken, and it's been going back and forth. I don't have the lines, But even if you don't have the lines, it doesn't mean that the attacks or the setting up of the attacks aren't happening. So every building that is being conquered is increasing what the client, your phone, has to deal with. And the more that's happening, the more rallies, the more fakes, the more everything that's happening, just makes it take that much of a toll on your device. And some of the people that I was talking to that were in those preliminaries, they were having a tough time dealing with that lag. Not a lot of attacking has been happening recently. Let's take a look at scores. We are at 77,000 for Eagle Team, 66,000 for Lion Team. It's about a little bit more than a 10,000 lead, so Eagle Team has been climbing up a little bit. I'm going to go back quickly. I think a rally was about to happen. And here it is over here on Oat. Oat is down to 3 billion. Okay, let's go back and look at some of these scores. About 11,000 lead now. So I would say at this point, with 1 hour to go, a lot of the people in the top 10 are probably safe to move on, but that doesn't necessarily hold true if your team doesn't win. But the top 10 are in pretty good shape so far, and moving down the rest of them, it really comes down to whether your team wins or loses. If you are on Eagle Team right now and you're sitting around 15 to 20th slot, you are in much better shape than somebody on Lion Team, because the way that this works is I believe it's the top 15 or so of the winning team, and then the rest of it is filled in by the whoever's the strongest that hasn't already been picked to move on. So you definitely want to be on the winning team, but the priority above everything else is to have a high personal score. Easy right now is taking a lot of troops for a rally. And the attack goes out on, they send it at KJ? Nope, it's on Jimsack. First attack I've seen on Jimsack. Jimsack is down to 4.9 billion. Meanwhile, an attack went out while I was clicking around there on Bucko. Bucko has been taking a lot of heat from the Lion Team, and he's still sitting at 4.5 billion. He has been taking that like a champ. How many points is he at? He's at 8,000. I think this is actually a very smart strategy on part of Lion Team. They already know that Bucko is safe. Bucko is moving on with 8,000 points. That is going to happen. So for them to continuously attack Bucko, who still has a lot of troops, what they're doing is they're increasing their own personal scores, and the only ones that are really gaining a major amount of score are whoever is reinforcing Bucko, but mostly Bucko, who is already safe. So they're able to increase their own scores without really giving too much of a benefit to the rest of the Eagle Team. Very interesting strategy there. Alright, an attack went out again on Chiyomaru, who was, I believe, around 4 billion before. Let's take a look at Chiyomaru's score right now. Chiyomaru is at 4.6 billion, so it hasn't changed too much. Quick look at the battle map shows that Lion Team has taken both of the towers, so they now are in control of the 40% buff, and nobody yet has been able to take over the hospital for that free speed up the ease on your speed ups, which would be nice for any team to have, but those towers with 40% buffs, that is also very nice to have for racking up those points. So with those, possibly Lion Team might be able to make up a little bit of ground. What are they sitting at right now? It is at 83,554 to 72,466. A rally is about to happen, and it looks like it's being launched at Pentangle. This is a second attack on Pentangle. No reinforcements were able to make it in on time. Everybody's a little too slow on Pentangle. I don't know why you're still sending reinforcements. The attack has already happened, Trail Dog. 4.2 billion is Pentangle's new score. Bunch of troops going into KJ Casey, who seems to be the rally setter on Lion Team. A lot of troops are getting returned. It might be cancelled. Nope, it is going over here on Sea Moon, who is now down to 2.4 billion. I believe that's a second attack on Sea Moon. How many points are you at now? You barely snuck in last time. You had not too many points, and I remember Sea Moon ended up healing in the preliminaries, doing a really big heal, and then racking in a lot of points in the mid-game. Right now, Sea Moon is sitting at 4,100 points, so in pretty good shape, actually. I would really love to see some battle reports. Maybe if my alliance member Kranz is able to make it to the finals, I'll bug him to start sharing some battle reports when he has a spare moment. But I do know that they are under a lot of stress right now, and there is so much going on, so can't blame them for not sharing too much for the spectators. It would be nice if the spectators had the ability to go in and see those battle reports, but yeah, I mean, I could go to battle logs, but that's only just going to show me who won and who lost. I would really like to dissect those reports a little bit for you. An attack went over here onto Flippy. And Flippy is getting scouted right now. Because Flippy's down to 2.3 billion, that is in the vulnerability range. When you get down there, you start losing a lot of your layers, and when that happens, there's a snowball effect, and you can lose whatever's left very, very quickly. I think I read in chat that some players are running out of troops in their subs, and that also is a problem. If your subs are not into play, you are not receiving the full debuff that you need to stop a rally that's being set on you. A few marches getting exchanged back and forth over here on Lion Team. They aren't quite sure who might be targeted next, so they're just passing out reinforcements, it seems. Over here on Eagle Team, there are some scouts going out. A couple of these players have been hit before, so they might just be selecting a new target. An attack is going over here. Love Letter attacked. I didn't get to see who that was. I think it was Toby. Toby, who was already pretty low. I think Toby was down to 1.7 billion earlier, so there was a little healing, but that looks like it was just a single attack to try to score some points. KJ Casey is setting up another rally, and the new target of choice is Istian, who was also attacked earlier. Istian is down to 1.6 billion. Oh, nope. Actually down to 885. That's pretty close. They might be setting up another very quick attack. You can see the reinforcements coming into Istian. Istian is very vulnerable. I would be shocked if they don't set up another quick rally before Istian has a chance to heal up some troops. And we'll see if that does happen. If they are able to get that attack out, they will zero him and have a lot of points earned. Meanwhile, Eagle Team is not letting up. They are sending another rally over here to Matua Contour, who was scouted earlier. Matua Contour is down to 2.2 billion. I'm still waiting for this attack to go. There are a lot of reinforcements in there, but Ischin is down on a lot of his own personal troops, so it's possible that his layers are missing a few, and you know, it's not an easy target by any means, but it's also much easier to hit Ischin right now than some of these other 5 billion power players. What they might be doing right now, Lion Team, is they might be planning to hit something else, or at least set up a few rallies to distract away from Ischin, draw those troops out, and then set something up quick. It looks like JT was about to send a rally, and the rally did land over here again on Chiyomaru. Chiyomaru is racking up quite a few points now. It took a while for Chiyomaru in the preliminaries to obtain points, but now Chiyomaru's up to nearly 5,000. Another attack went out over here. Lion Team attacked Mikey, and Mikey's down to 3.3 billion points. John Clark, you say Flip did a full heal? We'll take a look. Flippy's over here. Flippy's at 3.1 billion. Is Flippy in your server, in your alliance? JT has an attack going out, and it is going over here to OG. I think there was a follow-up attack as well. I think I saw, as I was clicking, a second one landing. It's very possible. Or that might have just been reinforcements coming in. OG is down to 2.9 billion. Looks like Eagle Team is Evil Team, I guess, yeah. They are getting a lot more offensive than they were in the early game. We're down to 45 minutes left, and they are trying to raise their personal scores. It looks like they are pretty steady in the lead, and it might stay there to the end. If they can rack up enough personal scores to overtake some of these roller pigs, then as many Eagle Team members as possible will make it into the finals. KJ Casey is setting up a rally, and it looks like a lot of those troops went back. It might be a cancelled rally. Yes, it was cancelled. Over here, yep, it was obviously a rally on Love Letter, and KJ Casey saw a lot of reinforcements go in very quickly to Love Letter and decided that's not the best use of our resources right now. We are going to wait and find a better target. Still waiting on Ischin here, who is at 800 million, but I haven't seen any reinforcements withdrawn from Ischin, so it might be they're just going to wait on that for now. And Vancouver is over here changing the castle graphic to stand out. Looks like Shea ported in a little closer. I think Shea was sitting over here earlier. Okay, here Easy is setting up attack. Meanwhile, there was a rally over here on Drago, and the attack from Eagle Team lands on Trail Dog with not too many reinforcements in there. Trail Dog is at 4.1 billion still. "41 minutes left in this match." Eagle team did take control of the Knights Hall. That means that all of Lion team are getting bombarded right now from all the very irritating marches. And that's exactly why they decided to send a march over there to stop that, because it can be pretty irritating to have all these marches show up and spam you. KJ Casey sent out... Nope, it doesn't look like... Oh yeah, it did happen. Okay, over here, that looks like Bio again is getting attacked. And Bio is still at 4.5 billion. They keep hitting Bio, but not a lot has been happening for them. But it might be the same strategy of how they were hitting Bucko, just to gain some personal points and give it to somebody that they already know is going to proceed. Eagle team lands an attack over here on Budman, who had a couple of reinforcements. Budman, ooh, dangerously low, 800 million points. And another attack is landing. A couple attacks. A flurry of attacks is landing on Budman. Budman is down and he is out. He is zeroed. Pretty sure. Where's the fire? I need to see some fire. He might have a couple troops left because of the reinforcements, or maybe he just canceled his fire. I don't know. 145 million power. I'm sorry, that is zeroed. The roof is on fire. Some rallies happening over here. You'll notice that even though Budman is zeroed, we have a couple players that have ported in around because reinforcements do come in. And as those reinforcements are coming in, they are vulnerable. So hitting them is an easy way to earn some points. An attack did come out over here on Easy. And Easy didn't take too much damage, actually. Doing okay. Vancouver's again swapping over here. Castle Graphics. Couple scouts going around. Mikey is over here launching quick little siege bombs to try to earn some personal points against Kiss. Kiss is 3.4 billion, so you might be able to score a few points just off of some easy siege attacks. Here comes a real attack. JT has a rally going out, and it is being launched against... Is it Kiss? It is Kiss. 3.4 billion down to 2.2 billion. A 1.2 billion loss on the part of Kiss. Did Kiss earn enough points to make that worthwhile? It doesn't appear so. Kiss is still only on 13th place right now with 5,000 points. That's going to hurt. That's going to require some healing so that he can get enough points to move on. KJ Casey has some action going on for Lion Team. They have an attack going on to Pigeon Apiece. A couple of reinforcements went in. I don't know if it was enough. Let's take a look. If I can ever click on these things without somebody's march dragging me away. Details. 2.1 billion for Pigeon Apiece still. And the score is currently sitting at 110,000 to 99,000. That is a really high scoring match so far. And there's still 40 minutes left. This is where people are going to start to get desperate. They need to earn those points. They know that they need to already be at minimum 5,000 points to be in the range of moving on. And if they're not there, they are desperate to get there. Jim Sack has a bunch of troops coming in. There's a rally being created, but everything is getting recalled. Okay, those were reinforcements possibly. Everything is being sent back. And is this an attack over here on Nata? Just a small one-player attack to try to earn some points. That's going to happen more and more often as time progresses. As we get down to the final minutes, people are going to start to get desperate. They're going to do things like Shia over here, port over to the side and say, hey, Lion team, come hit me. I'm over here by myself. That's the kind of thing you're going to start to see here as people get desperate. There's a big exchange happening over in the Knights Hall. People are just sending in troops and taking it again and again. They're trying to catch a few marches in there and earn those points. Jimsack has, looks like, a rally going out, or yes. Shea, like I said before, is porting over here because he wants to get zeroed. He wants to have people attack him so he can earn those points. And at this point, it might look like a selfish move, but that's what this is about. This is about earning your own personal points, and you can earn personal points most easily by getting attacked. Shea is down here in the desperation range right now, needing to get zeroed but not getting enough points from it. Where are you? Did I pass Shea already? I must have. There's still some rallies going out. They're probably over to finish off Shea. Oh, right here. Shemaya? Nope. I think that's a little jabbing going on. Oh, okay, it's because of the stars. So sitting at 4,500 points right now, Shea really needs to get some points. And with only 1.6 billion power left, it's going to be hard to get that without healing. KJ Casey is setting up a rally. It looks like it could possibly be going at Shea again to finish off that target. We're at 1.6 billion and down to 1.3 billion, holding strong with those reinforcements. People are sending reinforcements despite the distance because they know that that's a prime target. He's right in their face. They want to get him zeroed. Femto, I can give out as many as I can, but the rule is you can only get one. Like each account is only able to get one. If you have multiple accounts, just use a different ID. Or you can get the ID of a friend or somebody else and put that. That's perfectly fine too. I just need different IDs every time. I can't give duplicate IDs. Shea is down to 1.3 billion. Hasn't changed too much. There's a little bit of healing going on just to pull in those last points. And that might be a smart move for Shea, who was at 4.5 billion, 4,500 points, and now up to 6,600. So climbing the ranks, and that was, that would definitely worked out. JT has a rally going on himself, and JT is attacking Chiyomaru once again. Chiyomaru is holding strong in the 5 billions. Oh, dropped another billion. Wow, that was actually a very successful attack. 1 billion power lost from just Chiyomaru, which means that any reinforcements lost significantly as well. That was a powerful attack. I'd love to see some of these reports. All-star players, if you're listening, share some reports. Come on, we want to see them. "30 minutes left." I think this is a good place to quickly look at the scores before things get too intense. Bucko almost at 10,000 personal score. Definitely safe to move on. BO is definitely safe as well. I think anything over here in the top 10 is probably going to move on. Yeah, those are going to be pretty safe. I'm going to scroll down a bit. These ones down here, if they are on Eagle team right now, they are in better shape to move on than the Lion team that are in the same location, simply because their team will win, so more people naturally will be able to move on. But going down here, it starts to get dicey. These players over here need to start getting more points if they are going to move on to the finals. And then there's also a couple players down here that they just don't have the troops for it anymore. You know, a lot of players were able to score points in the preliminaries because they were getting attacked. But if you don't have the troop count to stand up to the big guys over here, you are not going to proceed into the finals. Easy has an attack being prepared, and it is going out against... Where did it go? There it is. Over to Matua. Nope. Did it get recalled? Nope. It didn't even get sent out. Nothing happened there. Yep. Everybody's got sent back. And meanwhile, Lion Team sent an attack out on Drago, who is down to 3.6 billion. Still pretty good shape. Let's see if Shea has decided to heal a little bit. Still sitting at 1.3 billion. So in range of getting zeroed, but they've decided to focus their attentions elsewhere for now. That's probably a result of that one rally that earned them only 300 million points taken off of Shea due to all the reinforcements. But it looks like more reinforcements are coming into Shea, which might suggest they are thinking something is going to happen soon. We have Matua and Bad to the Bone, some rallies on both. Not sure who is going to be the actual target. We will find out. Yeah, a lot of players have title buffs. They, like if you look, I can just look at a few. They have the image of the title buff, but I don't believe it actually applies. So, for example, Shea is an imbecile to get the all troops attack, but I don't believe that it actually works in All-Star Battlefield, even if it does show the image on the account. Jimsack has a bunch of troops coming in. They are being sped in, so it's either reinforcements or more than likely it is an attack that is going out right now. But they are all being sent back, so it was a cancelled attack. It seems like that's happening pretty frequently, so it might be that Jimsack is the designated faker, and I don't know if Eagle Team has noticed that, but very few of Jimsack's rallies have actually gone out. They've been put up, but they never get actually launched, as opposed to KJKC, who is launching the attacks. OG over here ported next to Sea Moon, and I think that was an attack, just a personal attack happening. Kiss is exchanging some attacks as well for some points. Here we go. I knew there was something happening. Love Letter over here ported to the back of Lion Team to try to get rallied, and was able to get rallied. Not too much of a loss there. So hopefully some points gained for that player. We can take a quick look at the top 10 score. Oh, and Love Letter is climbing up. What kind of mic do I use? I have a Blue Yeti. KJKC has lots of troops coming in, but they are immediately sent back, or else these are just excess troops. I don't see a march going out, so it looks like it actually was cancelled. But there are a lot. Oh, look at all the attacks happening over here on Knight's Hall. People are just sending in troops. This is desperation for points right now. Everybody's just sending their troops. This is quite funny. It's like a little mosh pit for Evony. Everybody's sending their stuff in there just to smash against each other and see what happens. Russian roulette, Evony troops. Huh. I have not seen this strategy before, but I mean it's It's an interesting idea, and I'm sure that a lot of players are getting some points. Very interesting. Let's take a quick look at the score here. See if anything has been changing. I think a lot of those lower players are moving up a bit. It's not significant exchanges of points as in what you would see in a rally when somebody gets or defends against a 0, but when you have an excess of troops, you just want to dump them somewhere. You want to get points however you can, and sending a solo attack against somebody that's 5 billion power is not going to get you a whole lot. But sending marches in at the Knights Hall where there's just like 1 or 2 marches of troops in there, you will get some kills and you will get some points. Oh, in the meanwhile, Istian over here is burning. Looks like Lion Team snuck that in under our noses. All the action happening over here in Knights Hall made me not realize that a rally was happening over at Istian, who I predicted would eventually get zeroed when people were distracted, and the person that was most distracted seems to have been me. So that did happen. The roof is on fire. Let's see who else will get zeroed in the last 25 minutes of this match. Remember, if you already have received the package, you cannot receive a duplicate package. But that goes per account. So if you do have friends or family that have an account that would like to receive the package as well, then you can put their ID. Still a few exchanges over here in the Knights Hall. People trying to rack up some points. A lot of players have been porting to the back of the opponent's team to try to get them to get rallied. For example, look at the Priest, who had a very low score all throughout the match, is using that strategy of porting to the back and hoping to get rallied, and is already down to 1.1 billion power. Now, is that enough score for the Priest to make it to the next round? We'll take a quick look. The Priest does not seem to have a very high score right now. 5,000 is not going to cut it, especially when the Lion Team is currently losing. And the Priest is now on fire. And here we go. Somebody pointed out that there was a battle report getting shared, and it's right here. I'm guessing this is the one that you're talking about. Let's take a quick look at this defense being won. I know there's a lot of action going on. It's not a significant one. It's just the Priest that is deciding to dump a bunch of points into other players. Not the greatest strategy. The better use of those troops was probably what the Priest did earlier, just try to get in there and get rallied. But unfortunately, the Priest didn't have enough stopping power to really rack up the amount of points needed to move on to the finals. So unless some healing happens there on the part of the Priest, then I don't think you are going to be moving on. Easy seemed to have been setting up a rally, and it did launch. It went over here to Matua. Matua is down to 323 million points, which probably might mean, just maybe, that there's going to be a fire popping up anytime here. A couple solo attacks to finish off those reinforcements that are coming in. Try to get some last points in there. Are we going to see a fire here? I think a fire is about to happen. Bring out the marshmallows. Bring out the s'mores. That is definitely a 0 in the process right now. There's no way that there's no fire here. I'm going to take a quick look at the details. 329.3. That has to be a 0 right there. There's some reinforcements, but that player's done. But where's the fire? I'm going to count that as a 0. That's a 0. The reinforcements aren't zeroed, but that is a 0. And here is the rally to finish that off. 168 million. And here is the roast. Yes, some fire. All right, that's what, 4, 5 now, 506. Somebody keeping count. The priest is over here burning. Knight's Hall is still a battlegrounds. People are sending in troops, trying to get attacked and earn some points. What else is going to happen in these last 20 minutes? This is where it gets dicey for a lot of players. You thought you were safe at 5,000, 6,000 points. That is a high score, but this is All-Stars. You need to score something like this to know you're safe. I'm going to scroll down the list. 10,000, 9,300. Those guys are for sure moving on. Matua was just rallied and zeroed, scored. The score increased drastically. I think Matua was only at 2,000, 3,000 points and is now up at 8,400. A lot can happen in these last couple minutes. Going down. Even Shaya. You don't know if Shaya is actually going to be safe with the 7,000. There are still 20 minutes left. A lot can happen. A lot of people are going to be healing, trying to score those last minute points. Some people are trying to goad other people. Rally me, do something. But not everybody's going to take the bait. They want to find their own easy way to score points, and they're not necessarily going to give you what you want. Still a lot of exchanging over here in the Knights Hall. I did not see that in the preliminaries. That's a very interesting thing. Easy has some troops that are exiting. Those were excess troops, and the rally did happen over here. Nata was attacked down to 1.7 billion. That is in range of being zeroed. Holly's over here sending an attack into Nata. A couple more people are sending reinforcements. They're checking it out with a scout. Let's take a look. The solo attack from Holly did absolutely nothing. But there might be another rally being set up to try to finish off what is left. But there are reinforcements going in, so it might not be the best choice at the moment. I'm sure that there are a couple targets out here that are possible as well. Lord Drago has a couple lines coming out. It looks like Lord Drago had a rally that was set, but still at 5 billion power. Start saying the map is on fire, yeah. We need a few more fires for the map to be on fire, though. AOTLH, who was very vulnerable earlier and decided to heal up, is down to 637 million. This player is about to get zeroed. We're going to see a fire here soon. 572 million anytime now. A lot of people are sending in those last-minute attacks. Try to finish that off. You see attacks coming in from every direction. Reinforcements coming in as well. This is going to be a fire really, really soon. But too many reinforcements are going in. I think solo attacks at this point are probably not a great idea. You need to get a rally out and finish that player off. Here is a rally that happened over here on Toby. Toby ported away, but that was too late. Where are you, Toby? Toby's over here. Was it too late? I don't know. I think that it did land and Toby did port too late, but there was a lot of healing. I think Toby was probably nearly zeroed earlier and is up to 2.3 billion power, so some massive healing there. What do we have going over here on Eagle's side? The Priest. The Priest is over here, no fire burning, 1.6 billion power. The Priest was zeroed not 10 minutes ago and is back up to 1.6 billion, trying to get scouts over to Easy, saying, hey, I'm scouting you because I want to be rallied. Hurry up, give me some points. But it looks like Easy chooses another target, and the other target that is being chosen is KJ. You know, if anyone is going to get rallied, I like that it's KJ. KJ has been working hard for his money. 3.9 billion power left. Yeah, I know I'm giving a little bit of strategy and stuff away, but keep in mind that there is a delay, and I'll show you just how much the delay is. Watch this. I'm going to, we'll test this. I'm going to say the word delay right now as I hit my key, and you tell me what the difference is. Delay. People think the roof is on fire because I was typing something. But I don't see a fire. I don't see a fire. Did I miss something? It didn't happen yet. It didn't happen yet. Tell me in chat when you hear me say delay. But there is something that's going to happen pretty soon with AOTLH. Nobody should forget him. He's down to 500 million power. Yeah, that's a huge delay. 20 seconds. Yeah, you're not going to get a whole lot of strategy. These rallies happen within a few seconds, so with a 20-second delay, nobody's getting anything out of this. Flippy's over here scouting other people, saying, I want to be attacked. And you know that Easy is the main rallier over here on Eagle Team, so it's just kind of like a ping. Come and get me. Some scouts over here on AOTLH. That suggests that something might be happening here. He's only got 500 million power left and probably not too many reinforcements. They're just checking him out, see if he is the right target for this moment. Meanwhile, still a lot of action over here in Knights Hall. People are still trying to rack up points. You got Holly and you've got Pigeon Apiece and Blizz, and everybody's just throwing their troops in there trying to exchange points. Jon Snow's over here trying to tap AOTLH, but not a big successful attack there. Let's take a quick look at the score. 2 players above 10,000 now. And it is still, it's been pretty solid of a 10,000 lead on the part of Eagle Team this whole time. I'll scroll down the list. Yeah, some of these players that thought they were sitting really solid with 6,000, 7,000, that might have worked in the preliminaries, but that is not enough here. You need to get higher. You want to be at least 8,000 plus to feel like you are confidently in a place where you can move on. Oh, look at that. I see Sea Moon over here, and Sea Moon has a fire. 13 minutes left. And Blizz 1 also has a fire. I'm going to wait until a bunch of people have... There's too many fires. I can't just keep saying the roof is on fire again, can I? Ah, why not? Here we go. The roof is on fire. There we go. Now we're getting into the last 15 minutes. A lot is happening here. AOTLH finally happened. We are down to 128 million, and this is going to be exciting coming from the spectator point. You have the 20-second delay, and here's a third one in a row. The roof is on fire again. Another attack coming out from KJKC, and who is being attacked? We don't know. Who is it? Over here, Lord Drago is porting into the back, trying to get attacked as well. Still down to 4.3 billion. Exactly, Femto. It's you get one, you get one, you get one. Exactly. The Oprah Winfrey thing is happening right now. Let's see if we can find some more fires. There's so much going on in these last 15 minutes that, I mean, people shouldn't be stopping those fires. We want to see you burn. We want to see you burn. Let's see. A1 is sending some troops over to Mighty Bad. Why? What's happening here? Easy is preparing to rally a target, and that target seems to be Teddy. Yes, Teddy's getting attacked. Let's let it land and check Teddy's power. Teddy is at 164.7 million, which means, guess what? The roof is on fire. This is fun. I like this. This is fun. I'm so glad I did it this way. The roof is on fire. Look at all the fires going on. Still need more, though. There's still 11 minutes and 20 seconds left. There's plenty of time to roast everyone in here. Well, maybe not. But we can get a few more fires going for sure. Please don't put them out. It's so glorious to see these fires burning over in this corner. Easy's preparing another attack. Who's it going to be? I bet it's going to be the priest who ported right next. Is it going to be? No, it is not. He's ignoring the priest. And he is moving on to Nada, who is at 1.5 billion. Not quite zeroed, but in range of being so very soon. Some people are sending solo marches over to Nada to try to pick up on any defense vulnerabilities right now. And they aren't doing too much. There must be a few reinforcements in there that are preventing anything much from happening. And I love how the Knights Hall just keeps disappearing. It's like a magical building. Look at that. Nope, it's there now. Shea took a hit. Did I miss that? Shea took a hit. Let's take a look. Over here, yeah. When you port to the back, it's hard to see sometimes, but Shea is still at 4.4 billion power. And we'll check the score very, very, very quickly at the 10-minute mark just to see where people are at, as long as there's nothing else happening here. Let's take a quick look. We are at, look at those scores. 3, 4, 5 players above 10,000 score. Some players, like myself, didn't even get above 10,000 score this whole for All-Star, like before. What am I saying? The 4 qualifying rounds for All-Stars. Some people didn't even get above 10,000 that could have. So that's a pretty impressive score for one single match. An attack just went out over here on Mighty Bad. Mighty Bad has taken a few attacks so far and is currently at 2 billion power. Another attack over here on Ash Candy at 2.4 billion power. Teddy seems to be burning, but that was from before, right? Yeah. I just really wanted another person to burn. And there's only 9 minutes left. Something's going to happen. I know it. People are just throwing in their IDs. They just want to be ready. They want to be ready to go for these packages. All right, take care, Femto. Thanks for showing up. Pentangle's over here trying to send a few attacks over at JT. Within the last 8 minutes, Chiyomaru is doing the same. A couple of siege bombs, it looks like. The priest is sending a few attacks over at Shady. But remember, the way it is, it's not just to put your ID in. It has to be that you are one of the first 15 eligible IDs within me saying the roof is on fire. So wait for that call, and then put the ID as quickly as you can as soon as this burning happens, and you will get the package from Evony. But you can only get 1 package per account. KJ Casey is setting up a rally at the 7-minute and 30-second mark. The rally is about filled right now, and it is being launched on, who is it, KJ? Oh, right next to you. Somebody came and offered themselves willingly. I'm at 2.6 billion power. Please hit me. And now I'm at 2.3 billion power. So there wasn't a very great attack on part of Lion Team, but we're at the 7-minute mark. Things have to happen. You got to use those troops somehow. Got to earn those points. If you are looking at, if you're looking for the Discord, you can find that in my channel. There's a video that has the link. You can also find it in my banner on my channel. And don't forget to subscribe if you are not subscribed so that you can check out some of the content later. And I'll also be hopefully streaming the finals as well. So you'll get a notification when my stream is ready there. The priest finally gets rallied. And it looks like they were trying to do a swap. I don't know why. The priest is gone. Where are you? Priest just took off. All right. And in his place, Toby, who's at 2.2 billion power. A rally is likely going to happen over here, probably on Toby, but Toby decided to pour it away. Why? Ah, you're doing a bait and switch. Pentangle wants some points. So the attack did happen. Toby poured it away. Pentangle comes in, and Pentangle takes that attack for as many points as possible. Some of those players, like Toby, know that they are not in range of. There's no way that Toby is going to get up into the finals with the amount of troops left. So Pentangle, on the other hand, is sitting in the 7,000, 8,000 range. A couple attacks on Pentangle, and Pentangle might actually qualify. So that's some real selflessness. So much talking. Selflessness happening right now. Easy is setting up an attack again. Is it going to be on Toby? Is it going to be on Pentangle? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? It is... I don't know. Where'd it go? It's on Pentangle. Might as well help this guy move up a little bit. Pentangle didn't seem to move unless I am not seeing that correctly. Still at 2.2 billion. Not a lot happened. Maybe a little healing. I don't know. We're at the 5-minute mark. 5 minutes left. People are going to try to do whatever they can to score those last points. Take a very quick look at the score. Can't spend too long in there because too much is happening. I'm only going to look at the top 25 or so. Nada's over here burning. Just rallied. 164. I know that Nada was on fire before, but Nada healed and was rallied again. So that means that the roof is on fire. Three minutes, 15 seconds left. Lions are going out everywhere. People want to get in on the action. Shea's over here sending attacks at Trail Dog. But that's not a lot of points you're going to get on those solo attacks there. But you got to do what you can, especially if you're in that range where you might make it, you might not make it. Every point matters at that point. Blizz 1 was zeroed earlier. And I just saw Blizz 1 burning. I don't think that was a new rally, though, unfortunately. But you know what? I don't know for sure. And it could very well be a new rally. So, why not? Blizz 1 was burning. Here we go. The roof is on fire. Another rally happened over here on Mighty Bad. Mighty Bad is down to 191.5 million. I'm just waiting for it. The graphics is going to come. We know what's going to happen here. Come on. Burn. Burn, baby, burn. 191 million. The roof is on fire. 2 minutes left. Rally over here on Kiss. Is Kiss going to be brought down? 446. Yes. That is, I mean, it's already a pretty fiery castle. It already always looks like it has fire. But that is definitely a 0 right here. The roof is also on fire for Kiss. You get a package. You get a package. Everybody gets a package. Pentangle's finally burning over here too. 171 zeroed. And guess what? The roof is on fire. 1 minute and 22 seconds left. Here we go. We are down to the last minute just about. Everybody's burning. Everybody wants to get in on this action. Lines are going everywhere. This is getting crazy. It seems like everyone that's burning is on the Lion team, though. They're just trying to get those last points. KJ Casey needs some points. 5.4 billion, not in any danger of getting zeroed. But Trail Dog over here, Trail Dog is now zeroed at 166 million power. The roof is on fire for Trail Dog. 42 seconds left. $30 seconds. Lots of attacks happening. Not too many rallies. A lot of solo attacks. People are trying to just put out whatever they can on targets that they don't think are going to make it so that they can bring themselves up. 10 seconds. Bucko has a bunch of points. That's what I mean, right? Bucko's going to definitely make it. Might as well send some attacks his way and try to get some points myself. And it is match. The final score is 185,960 for the Eagle team, 173,437 for the Lion team. Some really high scores here. That is incredible. Look how many people have made it into the 10,000 range. I'm going to go down the list so you can see these final scores. And as I do so, please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and definitely join the Discord channel. Somebody, I'm sure, will send a link to that in chat pretty soon, and if not, then I'll do it myself. It is a great community, so we can all share our own feedback and support each other as well, and make this game a little more fun to play with additional knowledge. I hope you did enjoy this stream, and I hope that everybody here got a package, because I saw a lot of fires. So I'm sure that many of you were able to get that package. It's not a huge package, but it's free stuff, so why not, right? Okay, and that is the end of the stream. Thank you very much for joining me on this adventure of marshmallows and s'mores.